My name is H.A. Goodman. I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. We are almost at 115,000 now. And I want everyone to click subscribe. I want to thank you for your support. And today was a very, very interesting day. We're at 114,422. We were at 114,000, like 200 something. So it's growing every hour. The channel is. And I think by the end of maybe next week, we could be approaching 120,000, which would be awesome. Primarily because not many people and not many viewers have been focused on talking about Clinton indictments and the fact that all of these people are going to get politically, legally, what they deserve. These people engaged in, you're talking about Comey, Andrew McCabe, especially Hillary Clinton, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, they all engage in a cover-up of the email investigation than a fabrication. But I'll read you. Comey Memos. Comey Memos are out. And Comey Memos released to Congress. Track his testimony in new book. Okay, that's USA Today. Comey Memos are very interesting. DOJ turns over redacted Comey Memos to congressional committees. Is there anything here that warranted the Mueller probe? No. There's nothing in the Comey Memos that warranted a special counsel. That's the issue. The issue here is why...
This is a Fox News alert. Fox News has obtained a series of memos that former FBI Director James Comey drafted about his interactions with President Trump before and after the inauguration. Fox Business Network's Ed Lawrence has read the memos, and he joins us tonight. Ed.
Exactly, Mark. Yeah, here they are. This is the redacted version of these memos. The unredacted version we're hearing we may get possibly tomorrow. But in these redacted versions, a couple of things jump out at the moment. You see that this outlines 6 conversations that James Comey had with President Donald Trump, some on the phone, some in person. Now, a couple things jump out. Everybody talks about the pledge that the president had asked Comey to follow. Does he pledge a loyalty to him? Well, in the memo, 2 times the president has been outlined as saying that he would like a pledge of loyalty from Comey. But one of those times, Comey actually responded saying, "You will get that." So Comey in one of those. Now, another thing that jumps out here is we're talking about the Russian investigation and the FBI investigation with the Russian meddling there. On several occasions, at least 2, we can find that James Comey documented that President Donald Trump asked him not to, or asked him to get out the information that the president was not a target of that investigation. So as we go through here, very sensitive conversations between the 2.
So where is this nefarious... why was he queasy? Did he eat some kind of, salmonella burger or some kind of, horrible thing? Was he reading, what was he doing? Where's the queasiness here? Trump asked him for loyalty and he actually said, yeah, no problem. Either gave it, or I haven't read the memos yet. But where's the issue here? So I'll read you, and then Trump said, yeah, let the public know that the president of the United States of America is not under criminal investigation, because he wasn't. Instead, Comey didn't let people know, and he made a big deal about this loyalty pledge, and he made a big deal about everything. And Tom Fitton is right here. Tom Fitton says anti-Trump, says Comey's an anti-Trump activist. So that's basically what Comey is. He might as well be running the DNC, which is true.
There are conflicting reports, is what we're learning. Rosenstein also told now the Inspector General of the Justice.
Okay, so there's a criminal referral today from Andrew McCabe regarding the fact that he lied under oath. Yesterday there were 11 Republicans who demanded that Comey, Andrew McCabe, Loretta Lynch, Lisa Page, Hillary Clinton. I'm missing one. That all of these people have formal criminal investigations on them. That the DOJ formally decides to investigate them for the criminal acts that they've committed linked to legal statutes, not a Trump-Russia dossier that's complete nonsense linked to nothing, because there is nothing there. The interesting thing here, so the memos are out. They don't warrant, the big issue is they don't warrant the Mueller probe. So the Comey memos were written specifically for a political purpose, specifically to start an investigation into Trump's everyone around Trump, not Trump directly. He's still not the target of a criminal probe. Rosenstein today said that that Mueller's not even investigating Trump. He just happens to be investigating everyone around Trump. And then the ridiculous, insane notion. This is so stupid that somebody can say, well, he's not the target now, but he could be in the future. That's any human being on the planet. If people decide to investigate just the average person walking on the street, and they find nothing, but gosh darn it, they keep on looking and looking and looking and looking and looking, and eventually there is a possibility that person could be under a criminal probe. Yeah, if they happen to do something illegal in the past or in the future. But if you constantly surveil somebody or investigate somebody without even linking that person to a prior crime, that's called harassment. It's probably called a lot worse. It's not an investigation. See, all of this is to muddy the waters and make things relative. So the Comey memos, the DOJ turns over redacted Comey memos to congressional committees. The Comey memos bolster everything that I've stated since day one. They don't warrant. There's nothing here. There's nothing stated within the Comey memos that have been reported thus far that warrants anything. So he told Michael Flynn. He talked about Michael Flynn. They should never have investigated Michael Flynn. He spoke to Sergei Kislyak. So what? He was the incoming national security advisor. There's still no evidence of anything from a Russian hacking, from the alleged Russian hacking of the DNC to the Steele dossier that was compiled by sources Christopher Steele never met, to a drunken conversation between Papadopoulos and Downer. The Steele dossier was purchased by Hillary Clinton. By the way, that is a violation of Federal Election Commission laws. She never said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm using Bernie Sanders voters' money to go ahead and just purchase the Steele dossier." But Justice Department to give Congress access to James Comey's memo. AP obtains Comey's memos on Trump interactions. The Associated Press has obtained 15 pages of the memos that former FBI director drafted after his interactions with President Trump. First of all, these memos are... The notion of a memo is ridiculous. Why trust Comey? If you listen to Andrew McCabe, the guy's a liar. Well, they're both liars. But why trust Comey? He already lied under oath. He already stated that he didn't come to a conclusion regarding the Clinton email case before the interview. Then we find out, yeah, he did come to a conclusion. He exonerated Clinton, said she was too stupid to indict before the interview. And before like 16 other witnesses. This is absolutely insane. Check out, I'll put the links to my videos from today. All of them are doing extremely well. And all of them, this is a very, very, April 19th, 2018, in terms of the Clinton empire or the Clinton, like the Tammany Hall aspect of Democratic politics. This is a very important day. You have Andrew McCabe going to be indicted soon. Criminal referral sent to prosecuting attorneys in D.C. by the DOJ, the Inspector General at the DOJ. So McCabe is toast politically and legally. And he's going to sing like Celine Dion and Dionne Warwick and, like Frank Sinatra. He's going to sing because he knows a tune called "Oh, We Covered Up Clinton Emails," and We fabricated Trump Russia. It's a great tune. I've been singing it every day since 2016. But when they said that Rick Gates or Papadopoulos, they haven't sung. There's nothing to sing. They might have committed crimes or lied to the FBI, or who knows? The FBI doesn't record their conversations, so you have to trust the agent, Peter Strzok. You have to trust Peter Strzok, who said that we can't take the risk of Trump becoming president. We can't take that risk. What risk? Could you imagine? Oh, and then Rudy Giuliani, all these things. But can you imagine if the FBI said we can't take the risk of Clinton becoming president? It's like an insurance policy. And then Clinton was said to have, actually she did the Uranium One scandal. Money flowed to the Clinton Foundation. So that actually was true. William D. Campbell was talking about why the Russians used a specific lobbying firm because of their influence over the Clinton Foundation. But see, today was interesting. Andrew McCabe will get indicted, especially from the criminal referrals. That's a huge thing. That'll be like next week, maybe sooner. Maybe tomorrow. That'll be a huge thing. Then you have Rosenstein saying, "Well, yeah, by the way, he's not the target of we're not even investigating him. They're not even investigating Trump." So you talk about the Mueller investigation. He's not even investigating Trump. And now you have Rudy Giuliani joining the legal team to end the probe. Rudy Giuliani is going to negotiate. He's there to negotiate an end to the probe and also to probably explain to Trump all the ways Clinton gets indicted. Rudy Giuliani stated, and I explained in one of my last segments, that we're talking about a criminal enterprise here. We are talking about a criminal enterprise, a RICO enterprise, a bribery and racketeering organization. The Clinton Foundation is being investigated right now. It was even investigated under Loretta Lynch's DOJ. So imagine. And then Andrew McCabe said, "Nah, you don't want to." Was it the DOJ? It was both. But McCabe then leaked the information simply because his wife took $700,000 from Terry McAuliffe, who makes you probably have some of the most despicable people in American political history, from Terry McAuliffe to John Podesta to Hillary Clinton to Bill Clinton to I'm missing so many, but it's just despicable, just lowlifes. I mean, people take issue with Trump, but it's really interesting. It's really interesting. They never talked about Trump being racist before he ran for president. Never. Nobody ever did. Actually, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was being interviewed, and he made the point. He said that nobody ever talked about Trump being racist. Isn't that weird? Nobody talked about Trump being racist. Trump was friends with Mike Tyson in the 80s. Mike Tyson was, as they interviewed him, was like a Trump supporter. Lots of people. There are more minorities who voted for Trump than Romney. There are more black people, more Latinos. Actually, Republicans, 30% of Latinos, almost 30%, it was like 28% of Latinos voted for Trump. So, and whereas I disagree with his comments, whereas I disagree with his policies regarding immigration and his comments regarding undocumented immigrants, the guy is not racist. You can't give Clinton a free pass for calling black youth super predators and destroying Libya. I love how people are they're outraged, destroy Libya? Well, we talked about that. But Trump said something really mean. And he was so horrible what he said, because you know what he said is linked to this and linked to that and linked to this. Yeah, but did he destroy Libya? No. Well, okay. But he launched rockets and he launched missiles into Syria. Yeah, well, that's, I'm against that too. I'm against that also. It would be nice to have a viable anti-war candidate on the left, or anti-regime change on the left. Trump is still anti-regime change compared to the Democrats. It's almost like every year he has to appease the war hawks in the Democratic Party. It's not even the war hawks in the Republican Party. All the neocons have slithered into the Democratic Party. And the rebuttal to the missile launch, a lot of them were like, oh yeah, well, that wasn't enough. You didn't do anything. It's like, they're not happy until there's like nuclear war. Then they'll be happy. Then they can say, well, at least there was retribution for us losing after we cheated and fabricated Russia cheating us. A bunch of crazies. Anyway, this is really interesting. Okay, so Comey Memos released. 8 days after he was sworn in as president, Donald Trump told then FBI Director James Comey during a one-on-one dinner at the White House that he needed loyalty and expected loyalty, according to a memo. Yeah, so what? So what? As if Eric Holder and Bob Mueller and Comey weren't loyal to Obama. Obama was unfortunately loyal to Clinton. It's so ridiculous. First of all, these are memos of a liar. So if you... When's the last time you wrote you heard a memo from somebody? You know what? I heard Bob was really talking badly about you. Here's the memo I wrote about that. Oh, since you wrote it in the memo, it must be true. Because if you just told me verbally, that would not be true. But the gossip written on a memo on a notepad, which, by the way, I can't believe I haven't gotten to this. By the way, 4 of the 7 were classified. So in addition to lying under oath, he just, went ahead and shared classified intelligence outside the U.S. government. No big deal. No big deal. Not a big deal at all. Just another day in the life of Comey. I replied that he would always get honesty from me. Comey, yeah, right. Paused and said that's what he wants, honest loyalty. I replied, you will get that from me. There you go. Oh my God, so Comey admitted to loyalty? But it's honest loyalty. Doesn't matter. Honest loyalty, isn't that interesting? Why would you be honestly loyal to the president? What about the Constitution? Comey, you're a Trumper. It's possible we understood the phrase differently, Comey adds as a parenthetical. These people are hilarious. During the green room, Comey wrote that Trump thought maybe he should ask me to investigate salacious allegations raised in the dossier compiled to prove it was a lie. Yeah, why didn't you? That actually would have saved the country. That would have helped BuzzFeed in their... Well, actually, it wouldn't have helped BuzzFeed. And then today started with Michael Cohen's dropping his lawsuit. Oh, okay, well then I guess he was in Prague speaking to Russian operatives, or he was using money because Mueller's trying to bankrupt him to try to get him to sing about something that never took place, or these alleged crimes that, the mentality here is that you don't raid Cheryl Mills's office or David Kendall's office or Heather Samuelson's office if you're Mueller or the FBI. You don't do that. Even though Clinton actually did engage in crimes, and her lawyers actually did. Her lawyers actually did commit crimes, deleting classified intelligence. They deleted 33,000 emails before retroactive classification process. So you do the math on that one. And she already had with the emails that she gave. It was roughly the exact same amount that she gave to the State Department. The retroactive classification showed 2,000 plus classified emails, born classified emails, special access program intelligence, and 22 top secret emails. And to think out of 33,000, she only had 22 top secret, that's a joke. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's, just my viewpoint. But there's obviously more than 22 top secret emails in 4 years Secretary of State. Anyway. During their dinner in the green room, okay, so Comey wrote, it was up to Trump, but I wouldn't want to create a narrative that we were investigating him because we are not. And I worried such a thing would be misconstrued. Really? Because Democrats were touching themselves in ecstasy regarding Trump being investigated even though he wasn't investigated. So there you go. Thanks, Comey. Thanks for making that known. He didn't make it known. The Democratic Party is full of delusional people who think just because something says dossier or memo that it's accurate or there's proof of criminality. With Clinton, you actually have crimes committed, but no dossier or memo, and they're like, well, it's already been discussed. Really? It's already been discussed. Give me your thoughts below. Share this segment everywhere. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let's get to 120,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for listening. The Comey Memos actually just prove exactly what you and I have been saying this whole time. There should never have been a special counsel. For what? Because of what? Comey even said, I'll give you honest loyalty. Give me your thoughts below. Share this segment everywhere. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for listening.